Well, here we are. Late night walk. Trying to clear my head. For the first time in a while, I don't really feel like walking. But I don't know what else to do. It's been a sad couple of days. And I can't sleep. So I'm out here. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Time's getting closer. Looking for a place to live without knowing your budget is hard. All that's going to be decided, and then I'm going to have to find a place to live. It's difficult in this town. It's a college town. It's hard because the kids are starting to really know what's coming too. And they're going to miss both of us when they're with me or when they're with her. Lots of different feelings happen. Sad ones, angry ones. Sometimes I'm kind of excited about living a life without the stresses and everything else. And that makes me feel guilty because I know what the kids are going through as well as what I'm going through. Sometimes it's just really hard to shake. I would say tonight is probably the saddest I felt in a while. I mean, there's no tears or anything. I think I'm all cried out over that stuff. This has been going on for like 2 years, and I don't know, it's kind of been really hard. Thinking about tears, I just don't want to cry over her anymore. I feel like crying for my kids sometimes, but I don't know. Stress is killing me too. I'd say the last year at least I've slept probably 4 hours, 5 hours max a night. And that'll get to you. And then being a teacher, I'm around every freaking bug there is. I've gotten sick more this year than I have any other year teaching. I've gained like freaking 8 pounds, 9 pounds. Just killing me. Stress over the housing, stress over the kids, stress over me having to be like a person I'm not usually. A person who's like, I have to fight for stuff. Fight for stuff in a negative way. Fight for stuff that may hurt my ex. Not physically, but financially. But it's either her or me at this point because I strongly feel like she wouldn't care if I had a nickel and how much I struggle. And I don't want her to struggle, but I don't want to struggle either. Puts me in a spot. Especially when you think untruths are being told and random monies are being withdrawn from our accounts with little to no explanation. I hope that it's all explainable because I don't really want to think of her as somebody who would do negative stuff like that, but it seems to be becoming reality. So what do? I have to stand by who I am and stand up for me. And that's hard. I'm used to being the guy who does the right thing all the time, so I'm just going to do the right thing now and be as honest as I can while not getting run over by other people. I just want so much of this to be over. But from what my lawyer and some of my friends say, this is the dangerous part, because this is when I could just give up things or rights of my own just to make it easier on myself. I can't do that. But yet, there's nothing I could do right now. I have to wait. The lawyer's working. I have to wait, figure out what she's thinking, if she's gonna compromise on stuff, if we're gonna have to go to court and spend $1 bazillion. A bazillion's a lot. So what do? I end up walking. I do at least a couple miles a night. Usually I feel better than I do right now. Usually I end up like playing Pokemon in the middle of the night or something like that. Get up all tired, go to work, play it off like nothing's wrong. I gotta be a good teacher. I think I am. I feel like I am most of the time. I can't let this affect everything, but it does. I used to wonder why, and I would get stuck on that a lot. Almost like playing the victim. Like, why me? Why is she doing this to me? It was up until fairly recently I stopped doing that, which is important. I can't play the victim. I gotta go, I guess, fight for myself. That's when I would get sad for myself. When doing the whole victim thing. Why is she doing this to me? This isn't how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be together forever and all that stuff. Why is she doing this to the kids? But I can't do that. I think I've moved beyond that, which in itself is kind of sad to me. That's when I did a lot of my emotional crying and stuff like that. When I was playing the victim or being the victim. I think that's why that's gone. Because I'm not gonna let myself be the victim anymore. That's a scary thought too, though, because I've always prided myself on being in touch with my emotions and being able to share and trust. I don't want that to go away because of this. See, it's like layer upon layer of crap. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. I keep on trying to tell myself that, people have it a lot worse, and that helps sometimes. But when I start feeling really down, it's hard to think about other people. It's hard to think about how other people feel. I just want to feel better myself. I'm trying to show the Christmas lights back there. I'm doing what I can. Some of the stuff I've always wanted. I bought myself a little baby ball python. My son's got a bunch of reptiles, and I always wanted one. Like, he got them because I always wanted them, and my parents said no. But I finally bought myself one. I'll show you sometime. Holding that thing is soothing. Helps me. Plus, it's a cool snake. Filming at night is more difficult than I thought. I gotta film by street light every time I pass under one. Filming it or walking at night it's got its advantages though. I'll say you rarely ever run into anyone. If you do, sometimes they're kind of creepy. But it really gives you that peace of mind if that's what you need to get your head straight. I'd say I've gone for a walk at least for the last year and a half, almost every night. I think I missed a couple when my wife, I guess she still is, soon to be ex, would be out of town. So I stayed home because the kids are at home. Most of the time it really works. Makes me feel a lot better. You get to see a lot of different things. Lots of wildlife that you don't realize is in a town. Lots of deer. I tried to pet a kitten once. It turned out to be a baby raccoon. That was a little freaky. Mom wasn't too happy about it. Big old mama raccoon went after me a little bit. I carry a flashlight now. I've seen a lot of shooting stars and things like that. Calms the mind. But then I always have to round that corner, start going back to the house. And the house is like a positive thing too, because it's like my kids are there. And there are good memories there. But at the same point, I know it's just a countdown until that's not where I live anymore. It's been like a foregone conclusion that she's going to stay in the house, which kind of makes sense. She makes a little more money than I do, so she could afford a little better. But still, it hurts when you go around that corner and you see it and you know that's not really your home anymore. I hope these always aren't so dreary. It's just the way I feel right now. I'm up sometimes, down sometimes. This weekend was really hard. Arguing over this or that. Not really arguing, but it's more like that feeling that she doesn't want me in the same room as her. I just don't understand where that hate could come from, but I gotta get beyond that because that's not my concern anymore. Well, here it is. Turning the corner. See the end of the cul-de-sac, see the house, and there's that feeling. Here we go. Time to sneak back into the house. Can't wake anybody up. Well, thanks for listening. I'm cold. At least it wasn't raining tonight. It was like 35 or something though. Made me feel a little better. The walk plus, talking kind of made it feel better too. Tomorrow is another day. We'll do the grind, get the kids where they need to be, sports and everything else, and then try and get some sleep, which is what I'm going to do right about now. Thanks for listening.